Are you doing two big men?
Yeah, he's doing one, but you two will be funny together.
I'll do one.
I'll do a play-by-play. You want to do the colour?
Oh, absolutely, you're doing the play-by-play. I don't do the play-by-play.
First of the Women's Cup semi-finals, RKS New Zealand Legends up against Shandong Rugby Club. Shandong with the kick-off in red, playing towards the scoreboard, up against New Zealand Legends in the back.
Can you get that one to work?
This promises to be a cracker, ladies and gentlemen.
You got it? What game is it?
Semi-final.
Referee signals playing and we are off.
We're off here at Hong Kong Football Club, the first of the Women's Cup semi-finals. Two informed teams, RKS NZ Legends taking on Shandong Rugby. And it's the Legends straight on the attack as they look to work the phases. Crystal May's first place position, founds an outside shoulder. Stingy defence here from Shandong, but they recycle well, the Legends. Big hit up the middle, looking to suck in some players. Quick ball again. They've built an overlap on the right-hand side here. Comes wide, finds an outside shoulder. Can she get the offload away? She can't, but they recycle well once again. Crystal Mays pops up at first receiver, pulling the strings here for the New Zealand Legends. A snipe, a dive, trying to find the gap, but they come away with a penalty. Brucey, definitely the two informed teams here, you have to say, in this women's competition.
Shandong yesterday morning were great and then fell away, but their last game before this, they got everything right. They've got to get to the outside. It means a hit up. They were cut off yesterday. If they can get it to the outside, they're really dangerous.
Yeah, have they just done that right here? Shandong, they bring her breaks away, steps inside, well contained by the defence of the Legends side, and Brucey have nailed it there. This is certainly going to be a battle of the Shandong pace versus the power of the New Zealand Legends.
Oh, it's good. And one thing, big fella, this is an international audience, so you mind your Scottish accent and be a bit more clear like me here, actually. Eh?
Brucey popping up the event. The Legends find some space. Can she beat the last defender? In and out, stands him up, takes her time, allows the support to join her. Very sensible. Ball's recycled. Crystal Mays once again at first receiver. Goes herself, steps, finds half a break, gets the offload away. New Zealand Legends working through the gears now. Another penalty for heaping up the pressure. They go quickly. Mays shapes the kick, gives the pass. Big hard carry through the midfield. Beats one, beats two, recycles. Another penalty. Is the referee going to lose patience? It's a quick tap and go. Olivia Weatherstone finds a way through. That's her first score for New Zealand Legends. Brucey, discipline a problem there for Shandong. 3 penalties in a row.
You see the referees, they're really, really hard on the offside. And that should be back in the right Wi-Fi. Yeah, I mean, I think New Zealand Legends have really grown into this tournament, to tell the truth.
Yeah, they looked incredible this morning, didn't they, Brucey?
Yeah, they did. Yesterday, I think a few teams were feeling their way, but...
Great. The great thing about New Zealand Legends is great to see Dino Hennerini, the big man, the legend of Hong Kong Rugby, back here coaching the Legends. He looks over, deep in thought. He'll be happy with that first try, surely.
I thought the sun had gone behind the clouds, but it was Dino down there in front, wasn't it? He's not a small man.
He's looking serious today as the Legends kick off. Shandong gather deep.
Going to have to hit this up. No, she's going to go wide.
They've gone wide for danger from here. They recycle quick ball, but New Zealand Legends all over that one. Surely a turnover as they look to the referee. The ball comes back, and the Legends shape the counter. Saruri takes it on, batters on through. Ivasaria, she's been dangerous today. Already scored a couple of tries. Swing it wide. Crystal Mays pops up in the midfield. Delivers a poor pass out as well. Picked up by Weatherstone once again. Olive Weatherstone has been so dangerous today. Justine McGregor pops up from the wing, runs it in. One-way traffic so far.
Justine McGregor yesterday was on fire. She was quieter earlier on today, but yeah, that's just pressure though. Build up. They took three opposition players to bring her down this corner, then they just move it.
You know, I think Shandong have had it very much their way so far in this tournament, but perhaps now this is the first sort of real physical challenge they've had here.
Yesterday they were in a really hard pool, but yeah, different kind of rugby. The New Zealand Legends have almost gone back to type here. Big ball carries, you know. They've got all the pace, but they know that 1-on-1 they're really strong.
So I think that's the real difference, Brucey, between 7s and 10s. The formats, you know, 7s you're trying to avoid the contact almost, but 10s you have to carry, you have to suck players in. It's got that element of 15s to it.
I'd love it. I chatting Ian McGeechan many years ago, and he would love it to be the development game for 15s. But as we well know, 10s tournament take an awful lot of time, the time of the games. But it would be great if we saw more 10s worldwide, I think. Yeah,
it's a fascinating, it's an attractive style of rugby, and it's drawn the crowds in here once again at Sports Road. So, just outside their own 10-metre line, Shandong have a line out. Can they mount an attack? They have to get something going here.
They need to score next, I think, actually. Great take, drops it off.
Here we go, into the midfield. We've gone wide straight away. We're looking to pace, looking for an outside shoulder. Almost gets through, well tackled again. New Zealand legends aren't giving up anything there.
Iva Saria, she caught the winger last time, tried to go in and out, and both times she's confident enough in her own pace to do that.
So, Final Maffey gets her mitts on the balls as the New Zealand legends take shape at the line out. Up they go. Olive Waverston is everywhere, winning line out, scoring tries. Crystal Mays at first receiver. Take it to the line, show and go, almost breaks through. Gets the pass away, but a knock on, unfortunately.
I tell you what, I know it's a great name, but every time you say Crystal Mays, I expect to see some blonde guy and have a funny test to do.
Well, funny story, Matthew. Great to see Crystal Mays. Crystal Mays was actually, before she was in Hong Kong, back in Brisbane, playing for the Brothers Rugby Club, where I coached, and very kindly dog sat my dog for a week when we went off on 3 weeks rather, when we went back to the UK on holiday. So Crystal is an extremely talented rugby player, but a fantastic dog sitter also.
That's what rugby's all about, mate. Something to look after your dog. I hope you paid her.
Free accommodation for 3 weeks in a nice house, Brucey, so it was a step up from the club fat.
Told her not to take it out the fridge, though.
Well, she had to refill the fridge because my food was all unhealthy, and she was on a lean athlete's diet.
Well, that's pace out. Shandong have still got this pace. They've got to be a bit clever. They've got to make a wee bit more space for their outside player.
Yeah, absolutely. They're building attack in here. We're definitely looking to get in the outside shoulder. Straightens up in the midfield. Gets the offload away. Scrappy. Well picked up.
Tingling. Now it's on.
Tingling. It's on wide again. Once more. Steps inside. Looks for support. Sets the ball up. Shandong for the first time in this game now. Working through some phases. Once again, we're just trying to get to the wingers. They don't want to take the legends on in the midfield. They know that's not their strength.
They do need one hit up, though. They're not going to get round outside if they don't take some contact first, Danny.
You're absolutely right, Brucey. We're going side to side here, but not making much territory. Look at that line speed from the legends. Keeping the pressure on. Can they force a turnover there? They can't.
Referee gives penalty to Shandong. So 2 minutes 33 in the first half to go. At least they've stopped the scoring. For a while they were leaking tries. Now they're back in the game.
Brucey, you know, Shandong obviously trying to get a try here, but they can't, and they go into the break 14-0 down. You know, if you're coaching the Shandong side, what's your message at half-time?
They know they've got great skill set outside, but they've got to take a couple of contacts up the middle, because New Zealand are just drifting, and they've got confidence in their pace. The girls outside, they've got to give them 2 or 3 metres. They can't do it at the touchline. Number 14, she always cuts back, makes space, but just the work rate, just a wee bit more, I think.
Yeah, I think you're right. We need to start punching the middle, suck a few players in. So here we go. Shandong scrum just inside the 10-metre line as they look to get something going here. Look to mount an attack. Into the midfield they go. We're going to come wide again. Still seeking the outside shoulder. Find some space on the outside. Defend comes in, but once again, great defence from the New Zealand legends.
It's Iva Saria again. Got her again. Just great. Just gets an arm. Oh, that's in the side of the ruck.
Saria, she's everywhere today. She's scoring tries, counter-rucking. She's got her hands on the ball now. Steps, goes, sets up in the midfield.
I think they were very lucky there. I think they entered the ruck well from the side here, but they've got away with it. And oh no, the referee's petted his lip. Something happened and he's taken the card off.
And the ladies of Shandong showing their frustration there, and a bit of chat back to the ref. We know that's not tolerated, so Crystal Mays is going to drill this into the corner. We're going to set a line-up before half-time, and they're going to look to mount an attack here. New Zealand legends.
Quite honestly, in the context of the game, it was a pretty harsh card, but we'll just go on. Because when it's a knockout rugby, you want to see 10 aside.
Now, Brucey, there's no rugby without the referee, so we must look after them out there. I know you've had a fair few run-ins over the years, no doubt.
They always know that I'm on the right side of the law. maybe not the right side of the rock.
There's only one side of a law for Brucey. Crystal Mays feeds it wide. Here we go, trying to find an outside shoulder through the middle. Justin McGregor once more. A step, a shimmy. She strides in. 5 more points for the Legends.
Crystal Mays drops that. To all intents and purposes, she's cutting back. You saw it coming. Dances off her right foot straight through. Great skill set from McGregor. Obviously Scottish heritage, John.
Absolutely, that's where the best players come from. You're right, though. I mean, New Zealand buying themselves some time with the ball, sucking in the Shandong players, and then they've got runners on both sides, picking angles, finding gaps and proving their way through.
I think if by the time we get to the end of this tournament, Justine McGregor is going to be pretty close to player of the tournament if they keep going. Obviously, depends on the results of the game later, but she's had an impact all the time she's been on.
Mate, absolutely, Brucey. And looking ahead to the next semi after this one, we've got Nagato Blue Angels have looked incredibly dangerous. Too hot to handle for the football club girls. Do you reckon they've got a chance of a big upset here at Sports Road?
Far better football club team than has been for a few years. I'm not even sure Nagato Blue Angels are favourites. They're my favourites in the tournament. I love the way they play. Love the way they play. The Japanese girls are brilliant. They've got the young girl, number 6, that plays for them, Gentle. She's dangerous, great feet. So no, they're a great team, and they had a really hard pull yesterday, and they managed to come out of it. No, but to tell the truth, I was pretty surprised. Not as much this morning. Yesterday with the football club team, I thought they were really good.
Yeah, a much improved football club team, that's for sure. Taking our attention back to this one, Brucey, Shandong sort of almost sauntered through yesterday without much of a challenge. And
no, that's wrong. No, they had a real hard go yesterday. In fact, that group it really broke up. They were beating each other, and they were under pressure. After the first game, they looked well. Lost. No, it was a lot of pressure on them. But the thing is, the one thing in their favour is they're not a throw-together team. They play all the time together, Danny. So
yeah, essentially the China B team in terms of a 7s rugby, we believe, who have joined us in the colours of Shandong. But we're ready to go here. The pit teams come off. The hydration's been delivered. The coaches' messages have been passed on. And it's all down to the players now. RKS New Zealand Legends in control here. 17-0, Brucey.
As a spectator, I just want to see Shandong score next.
Yeah, that'd be great to get them back in it and make a real... If they score first this game on here in the semi-final.
With the kick-off going towards the scoreboard. Currently leading 17-0 over Shandong as we get to the
Monty Heslop in the middle. Gets it started. It's a tricky one. They let it bounce Shandong, but they gather. Great defensive pressure from New Zealand Legends early on. Line speed's been fantastic all day. Out they come to the midfield. Big hit coming in from Finau Maffei there.
Pretty unlucky. She was straight over there. To me, she did release, but, well, give Shandong a chance.
And here they come, like we said all morning, looking for the outside challenges. They want to play a high-tempo game, but they must start penetrating the midfield, because if they keep going side to side, New Zealand Legends are going to soak up all day, as we see here. But stepping away, Tan Mingling gets out to Hua Baby. Baby. She's strong. She carries hard. New Zealand straight with the ball. She's off her feet.
Well
Shandong
off her feet,
continue. Yeah. Here we go into the midfield once again. Yang Feifei. On to Gao Zhaoyang. Punches down the outside.
Penalty, no release again. Quick tap. They've got to keep this tempo up.
Feifei in the midfield. Finds Zhang Jingyi. They're looking to get the ball out to Mingling in the wing here. Mingling's quick, she'll show and go well. She straightens up. Hua Baby! Strolls round, almost gets under the post. Shandong back in this pursuit.
Fitness. They're running legs up. Big ass, but that's great to see. Really good. Just it's the breakdown. To tell the truth, the breakdown's been critical all the last 2 days. Turned over. If you can't get your own ball, if they slow your ball down, you're in trouble.
Interesting there, we saw in the first half, Shandong concede sort of compounding penalties, and it cost them in their right. So New Zealand Legends 2 or 3 compounding penalties, and they find themselves under their own post. So discipline absolutely crucial here in these short games, Brucey.
Yeah, brilliant. And I must admit, the couple of the Shandong girls, they don't really show their full pace until there's a space. You didn't. That was quality. Here we go. Let's see if they can get under the kick.
Hua Baby here in the 14 jersey has been standout. Her work rate is insane. She'll be challenging this kickoff Almost puts in front of a kicker. It's high, it's wide, it's handsome. Gathered by the New Zealand legends.
It's funny we're going high, wide and handsome because I see Gordon Bray over there, who's been what's called at this time Australia's Bill McLaren, sitting over the
the voice of Australian rugby. Gordon Bray is in the ground. He will be joining us later. He will be on the mic, so you don't have to listen to our pitch for too much longer.
Excuse me. They won't. I'll be at the party.
Carry up the midfield. Louisa Blythe in at half-back. She's been there all day. Good service, pops it out.
7 minutes to go. It's a critical time in the game, Danny. If Shandong can just keep the defensive pressure on.
Sap discipline again in the breakdown. Quick tap. Jamie Church takes off. She must find support. Rides the contact. Stay big. Buy some time for her players to get around her.
Oh, great counter. No, the ball's away.
Melania Kanui out the back. She scored a few tries already. Great pressure coming from Olivia Waverston. She's been incredible. Look at her. 2 tackles. Gets in. She'll challenge for the ball now. She's got the turnover, looks of it. Olivia Waverstone is top of the try scoring board. She's top of the tackle board. Top of the turnover board. She is an incredible young player.
Top of the pops. Top of the pops. I'll tell you what, Shandong nearly got out of trouble there. I quite like the pop inside, but just the great pressure from New Zealand legends.
RKS New Zealand legends look to turn the screw here. About 5 metres out from the Shandong line. They've called a scrum. No doubt Brucey will put a squeeze on here and he'll do some sort of back move.
Shandong scrum's been fairly strong all day, but I thought earlier on New Zealand looked to the might have them creaking. I think they'll be hitting this straight up in the midfield.
Johnny Bruce resting for his own self. Jamie Church gets ready.
Justine McGregor between the posts.
He's called it. Brucey predicts Justine McGregor between the posts. Jamie Church ready to feed the ball. She's been outstanding too. New Zealand do get the shove on. They go blind.
Well,
but Yang Fei gets in there and disrupts.
Great. Not a good decision by Miss Church, actually. She went for the blind, which has a huge advantage in these new rules. If you can get your tight head up. In tennis-side rugby, if you've got a short blind, it's a great advantage.
Well, the scrum was swinging that way, so we can't criticise it too much, but Shandong retain possession. Yang Fei, the Shandong playmaker, ready to put the ball into this one. We're going to go wide, Brucey, you know they are. We're not going to go in the middle. They'll go wide first phase. We'll try and stretch him.
I'd love to see a cut back in the second outside centre, but I don't think it's going to happen.
Here we go. Out they come in the midfield. Well, they've gone for the kick. It's not a bad option. Clear a line, relieve a little bit of pressure. 5 minutes on the clock as legends roll the bench. Brucey, time plenty, though.
Tons of time. It's just, I mean, but that's a sign that they're tiring, because that girl was running all game yesterday. If you said, like, I'm not going to break this defence, I'm going to have to buy some territory.
The legend, like quite a few teams, almost operating 2 teams, making 7 to 8 substitutions at the time, makes it very hard to play against.
All the better teams seem to be doing it. I can't make up my mind, Danny. If you're the 2 that are left on, are you the really unpopular folk in the team, or are you the fit ones?
No, I think they tend to keep their half-backs on, don't they? And put
stop being technical. We're trying to make it fun.
Sorry, mate. Yeah, taking this far too seriously. Here we are, a line out. Waverston gets up again, overthrown but gathered.
Yeah, balls bounced for them.
Oh, Mayu tries to find out shoulder. They've kept the ball though. Sammy Spence up the guts. She's broken through. She's done incredibly well. Legends retain possession. And they'll send this one up the middle. Australia with Greer Muir. Head down. Yep, she does. Building the pressure. I suspect they'll go back blind here. But we keep coming this side. Mayu once again gets half an offload away. Weatherstone picks it up. Another offload. Monty Heslop does well. Manages to get all the flags up though.
Yes, referee's late decision for the referee, but she was well in touch there.
Referee Dixon pops the flag up. Dino Heroini grimaces on the touchline. You rarely see Dino nervous, but he's pacing. He's pacing today.
That's good pressure. That's good pressure from Shandong. I think he just one converted try, and it's all to play for. That's up early.
Yeah.
Free kick.
Zhao Yan gets the ball in. Here we go. Shandong attack through the middle. Fife in the midfield once again. Hua Baby runs a dummy line out the back. They find the width. They're really trying to work these outside lines. New Zealand again, they also cut this coast to coast all day. It won't challenge them. They have to draw some players in. They go quickly.
It's got to come right though.
Xingying. Baby spreads it wide. They want to get it out to Mingling here, the number 11, a danger player. She scored countless tries today. Holds up the ball in contact, done well. But Wagerston, look at the New Zealand 16. She's got to be putting her hand up for play of the tournament, Brucey.
She has. I mean, that referee should have called Maul a bit before then because, yeah, great play. That's great defence. You saw us underneath the ball, holding her up, and it's just probably catching the Shandong players with surprise, not a tactic they're used to playing against. 2 minutes 20 on the clock, 10 points of difference. The clock becoming the enemy here of Shandong as a stingy New Zealand Legends defence for not letting them breathe, have they? No, not at all. Just they always seem to get two in the tackle when it's close to the touchline as well. Oh, that's a scrum that you actually could say.
Louise Blythe clears up. Here we go. They might put the ball on this, but they don't. Alaya Kanui releases Olivia Richardson up the outside. Secure possession. Holding shape.
Great scrambled defence there, actually. But,
show and go from Louise Blythe. Gets a pop off. Naomi Sopowanga races under the sticks there, Brucey. That's this game done, surely.
Game done. Actually, I was a bit worried. I thought there was a Russian who popped up there when you said pop off, took it. I wasn't sure what it was, but yeah. But no, that, to tell the truth, is a fair reflection of the game. They've been a bit more direct. They've been able to break tackles, and the offloads are the big thing.
Yeah, I mean, in the first fixture this morning, as the points go over for Monty Heslop, I mean, the New Zealand Legends put 50 up this morning in their first fixture. They looked incredible. They've had a strong first day. I mean, really now, in my opinion, it's going to come down to the Legends. I think the Nagato Blue Angels are going to be Stu Tronson Football Club in the next one, but you're not convinced, which I like. I think, you're backing the underdog. You're a true Scotsman. You always back the underdog.
Nagato Blue Angels was my favourite team to start the tournament. I love the way they play, the Japanese team. But Football Club have just looked far better than I expected in this tournament.
Yeah, right there, Bruce. They certainly have. But the errors creep in. When the ball doesn't go your way, it starts to not go your way a lot, and I think we'll see one more score here from the RKS New Zealand Legends.
You know something? I think they might just kick it out from the back of the scrum.
Nah, they're going to try and score there. How much on a bet? Bet you a sticky bun.
I bet you a sticky bun, I think.
Right, sticky bun on the line here. Brucey bought me a lovely one yesterday. Where was that from? It's fantastic.
Bakehouse, lovely. Here we go. Ball's going straight into touch. Are you ready?
I want a sticky bun, so let's... Oh, it's come back. No, not going to touch.
Towards
going
touch.
for the try.
Oh, she's going the wrong way.
Going to get my sticky bun.
Oh, no.
They get the try. Naoma Sopowanga with two in quick succession. John Bruce, stand up, get yourself down to the bakehouse and go and get me a sticky bun, please.
Just all right. I mean, I'll tell you what, there's something wrong with sportsmanship nowadays. How can an old man like me can afford to feed you sticky buns?
Okay, well, that's the first of the semi-finals done. Yeah.
And it's right on target, but just a tad short, it goes under, so it'll remain 29-7. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for your two semi-finalists, Shandong Rugby Club and the New Zealand Legends, who will make their way through to the cup final.
So we wrap up.
Up next, the second of the semi-final, cup semi-finals for the women here at the tradition Hong Kong Football Club 10s, Nagato Blue Angels, and our hometown heroes, Hong Kong Football Club, the Texas Ice.
Next up, we have the home team, Hong Rugby all tournament.